Who's a good boy? We live? Oh, we're live. Oh, well, hello, everybody. Long time no see. And Louis, he'll come and he'll go. But thank you, everybody, that's going to be hopping on, who has already hopped on. My name is Appio Fragoletti. I'm the Director of Banking Relations here at Lexington Capital Holdings. Thank you for the warm welcome. I could hear the applauses in the background already. It's been a few months since I have been here to do a webinar, but I'm very excited about it. Hope to see some new profiles hop on, some old referral partners, some clients hop on that we've been working with. Thank you, everybody. I do greatly appreciate it. And today we are going to be talking a bit about our LEX LOC, the Lexington Line of Credit program here that we run within the company. Very, very, very sought after company that we do offer here, a very sought after program that we do offer. As some of us know, what a line of credit is, it's a revolving source of capital, just like a credit card is. You can spend your money on it, pay it back, spend your money, pay it back as many times as you'd like to. Now, this program has really revolutionized us here at the company a few years back when we developed it. It's a great lead optimization program, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But what's really nice here is that we're working with traditional banks. So we work with tons of major national banks like Chase Banks, Bank of America's, Wells Fargo's, et cetera, et cetera. But we also work with many regional banks as well, whether they're state, regional, or East, West, Mid, Central America, things along that nature. Helps to really set us apart from the competition. And what's very nice is within each of these banks that we go to, we work with relationship managers, corporate bankers, branch managers, experienced bankers within these banks to help get our clients pushed across to the finish line. Not like applying online and going through an automated system, or not like walking into your local branch and speaking to the recent college graduate behind the teller line. Now, these folks are very important for us for many, many reasons. I mean, of course, they are helpful in getting our clientele to reach their target dollar amount that we are looking for. They also help make us aware as to which credit bureaus they're checking their credit from, so we can really strategize with the client and which banks we're going to be going to. And we'd like to go to a few different banks simultaneously if the target amount requires it as well, the target dollar amount that our client is looking for. And we can really strategically set up which banks we are going to based off of which credit bureaus they pull from to, number one, protect the client's credit first and foremost, but also get our best approval amounts, best dollar amounts from each bank that we do work with. Now, of course, you will be building, your clients will be the clients. If you're a client here, you will be. If you're looking to sign up as a referral partner with Lexington and send some clients over our way to earn some commission that way, we'll absolutely be helping build your clients' relationships with these banks. As we all know, relationships are very, very important in life and especially in business. So they will have access to these bankers, these corporate bankers, branch managers, relationship managers, business relationship managers, so on and so forth. Many different banks, a lot of different titles, as well as building your business credit very, very swiftly. This is a big business credit building program as well. Now, there's really two separate products that fall within the LEX LOC, which one, of course, is your traditional lines of credit, forever revolving lines of credit, renewable, whether it's independent, it's all bank dependent, whether it's renewable annually or every 5 years you renew it, and can have these for 1 year, 5 years, 10, 15, 20 plus years. That is up to you. The interest rate's very, very favorable, being based off of the prime rate, and you're only required to make interest-only payments for most of these banks here as well. Very, very lucrative product to be utilized for any business. Business lines of credit in general, are the most sought-after pieces of financing that are offered in today's day and age. And they surpass a typical term loan because of the flexibility that they give you. Now, the interest rates here are typically about the same as you could ever get on a term loan, even in SBA. But if you don't spend the money, you're not paying on the money. Whereas a term loan, you receive your lump sum of funds and you immediately start paying back that entire lump sum of funds with interest right away, whether you have deployed the money into your business and used it already or not. But that's why traditional lines of credit have become more sought after in today's day and age. You only pay on what you spend. But the flip side to that, not the flip side, but the second product within the umbrella of the Lex Lock would actually be credit card based. A lot of folks are coming to us to take advantage of high limit, 0% interest business credit cards because they're running into cash flow issues. Maybe they took out a high interest loan that's bringing down their cash flow. They're struggling to make their payroll every week, or you're in a construction industry and you're having a tough time bridging and paying for all of your materials and paying for all of your labor until you wait for your job to be finished and you get paid by your customers, by your clientele. Taking advantage of money that's available to you at 0% interest. And even though it does come in the form of a credit card, we are able to help you get this monies off of the cars into cash, into your own bank account to use as a traditional line of credit, to use as cash for your payroll, for your materials, for anything that you may need to deploy that money into for your business. And so, and of course, everything is on a monthly payment for both products within the Lex Lock umbrella. And monthly payments are the golden egg nowadays, as we all know. So a great program, just to encompass a little bit of it there. Now, this is also a cosigner friendly program, which is why this product makes it such a lead optimizing program. For any of our referral partners out there that are possibly thinking about onboarding here into Lexington, leads cost. They cost money to buy them. They cost time to get them. And you want to optimize every lead that you have that comes across your desk. And if you're limited on resources, you're limited on products to be able to sell, they don't want your term loans, maybe an SBA, they don't qualify for, their credit's not where it needs to be to qualify for lower interest products. The revenue's not where it needs to be to qualify for the cash flowing products where you need revenue needing products. This program is great because we can also use a cosigner. If your clients or your credit yourself isn't where it needs to be, and you have a loved one, family, friend, loved one, business partner, anything that it might be, I've even seen employees come across our desk. We can use cosigners for this program. The threshold that we do need to see credit would be above a 680. Of course, the higher the better. A 700 would be preferred. But we accept as low as a 620 to a 650, depending on some circumstances within the client's credit report. Oftentimes, there's some tips that we can give you and guide you and consult with you to maybe pay down certain credit cards or get rid of certain items off of your credit report to get it where it needs to be to get across the finish line. So even if you or your client's credit isn't where it needs to be at that very moment, it's certainly still worth it to send the credit report over so me and my underwriters can take a look at it, get a nice deep breakdown done, and consult with you and your client on what steps you can take to get to the closing table of nicer financing. Now, on top of this being a cosigner friendly program, as I mentioned before, there are no revenue requirements. Right? You can be producing no revenue, be a startup company, and come in and you take advantage of this program. And taking advantage of money that's available at 0% interest for up to a year and a half as a startup business is heaven sent. Now, with that also being said, we also don't have any time and business requirements, which is great. That's, again, great for startup companies. Even if you have opened up your LLC just yesterday, you're more than welcome to come to us for the Lex Lock program here without any issues or fuss whatsoever. Again, which just makes it such a great lead optimizing program. So whether you're paying a couple of cents for your leads, couple of dollars, or you're spending hours and hours of time on working with the client, and you aren't able to get them products that you have within your arsenal, or they just don't qualify for many products, now you can ask your clientele if they have a cosigner and if they don't, have them find one. If they're struggling looking for financing, somebody's struggling looking for financing, and they do need it to truly continue growing their business, more often than not, folks will find a cosigner after a couple of weeks. It's very nice to see that our clients have people in their lives that are willing to co-sign, and then we can come by and help them and assist them in that regard. So you can truly, any client that you have, no matter how good, bad, or in between they may be, we absolutely can help them get the financing that they are looking for. And something else that is great here is that you can renew this program annually. You can continue coming back to us time and time and time again to continue extending your 0% periods, look to get larger or just more traditional lines of credit put in place for you, anything along that nature, of course, which is, again, makes it a great opportunity for any referral partners that are looking to onboard here at Lexington and earn a commission here through us to bring your clients over to. Or if you are a potential client that's thinking about taking advantage of this program or any of the many programs that we do offer, you can absolutely reach out to any of our business representatives here within Lexington Capital Holdings. And I know that I'm going through things a little quick. Thank you, everybody that has joined so far and is still joining. To kind of recap on a couple of things here, I like to go through these twice. I know when we first start these webinars and we're going live, not everybody is joining very, very quickly. So after a quick sip of water out of my big Lexington red jug, I would love it if anybody has any specific questions or comments that they would like to throw out there. This is definitely a great point in today's webinar to ask any questions that you may have about the program, about Lexington Capital, or anything at all. If you are curious why I have the dog bed right here, I did have our famous CHO, Chief Happiness Officer, Louis here. He has since left and didn't want to be on the camera today. He's feeling a little bit camera shy. So I guess I could probably just put that down there for now. It did look pretty good, though. But yes, great time for any questions if anybody does have any. But to kind of get things back started again, to recap for this program here, the LEX LOC, Lexington Line of Credit. What's very nice here is we are working with traditional banks, like I said earlier, Chase Banks, Bank of America's, Wells Fargo's, and even more local regional banks to you within your state or geographical region. And we do introduce you to our corporate relationship managers, branch managers, business relationship managers. They go by many different titles between all the different banks that we do work with. We introduce you to these experienced bankers within these banks to help get your financing pushed through to the finish line. Like I said earlier, it's not like you're walking in to your local banking branch and you're speaking to the 22-year-old teller that just graduated college and is still a bit green in the thumb when it comes to knowing financing in general, let alone the ins and outs of certain business industries. I've heard lots of stories where clients' bankers will tell them, "Hey, I can get you approved for a line of credit and a business credit card here." I just had a client today, which is why it came into my mind, and he happens to bank with Chase Bank, one of the number one bank in the nation, huge bank, a huge hitter for me and my team as well. But what this banker failed to do was check to see if they have any UCC filings, right? Because UCC filings can certainly become a hindrance when you're looking for a traditional line of credit. And something to know about Chase Bank is that they will not fund behind a UCC filing. They do require to be first UCC position. If you don't know what a UCC is, it's a Universal Commercial Code. It's essentially a big red flag that tells any other lenders out there, hey, I gave this guy money and I get paid back first, to put it in easy terms there. But the banker said, I can get you approved for a line of credit. And he found out a couple of days later that he was denied because of a UCC filing, which the banker there, he could have easily done a UCC search on the business to check to see if he had one. But instead, he just said, hey, I have a line of credit and I can get you approved. And he caused him an inquiry for no reason on his credit report. And now he's working with us, but that's no problem because we have banks that can fund second UCC position, third UCC position, and we have plenty of banks that don't file UCC positions as well for the traditional lines of credit, which is a beautiful thing. Now, when it moves over to the business credit card portion of things, being able to take advantage of that 0% interest for the 12 to 18-month period, there are no UCC filings or positions that have to be worried about there whatsoever. A lot easier on industry restrictions. There's almost no industry restrictions there. And if there is an industry restriction, there is oftentimes some ways around it that we can get done with our bankers on our side there. One thing that we always like to say in the office is that it's me, you, and our bankers against the underwriters. And it's the truth. Our bankers, they truly on our side. They truly are on our side to get things pushed through to the finish line to help you and your business out. And you will be building relationships with these bankers, with the banks themselves. Banks, as we all know, have become very relationship based. Now, you don't need to open up a bank account or a checking account with the banks that we do get you approved with and go to. But it's good to have some form of financing or some sort of a relationship with these experienced bankers attached to their profile, attached to your profile. It just looks very strong when we go back to them in a year with you, or if you were to do any business with this bank individually on your own in the future as well. This is also one of the fastest business credit building programs out there. And for all of you who don't know, how you build business credit is through payment history. And with our program here, our banker is making us aware as to which credit bureaus they pull their credit from. That allows us to get in with a few different banks simultaneously, typically about 3. And now you will be having payment history with 3 major banking institutions simultaneously. Again, making this one of the fastest business credit building programs out there. So for those of you all out there that are looking to build business credit, this is certainly the program for you. There are lots of lenders, more private lenders, alternative lenders, not banks, but lenders out there that don't actually even report to your business credit whatsoever. So unbeknownst to you, you could be taking out a loan that you might not really have wanted to take out in the first place, but you did it anyway because you wanted to build business credit. And it turns out that that is not even helping you build business credit. We've seen that lots of times, but you don't have to worry about that with this program here with the LEX LOC, Lexington Line of Credit. Now, of course, both of these products here, the traditional line of credit, as well as the 0% interest business cards with their cash withdrawal capabilities, are great for your cash flow and great for bridging, right? Cash flow is key as a business owner, as a business. Without cash flow, you are dead in the water. And so being able to take advantage of minimum monthly payments that are about 1% of your balance, meaning that if we get you $150,000 and you spend $100,000, you now have a balance of $100,000. 1% of that is your monthly payment, would be about $1,000 a month. Which, if you have the $100,000 deployed into your business, making $1,000 minimum monthly payment is certainly something that is feasible for anybody out there to do. Whether that's the principal only, because with the 0% interest side of things, every penny that you pay of that minimum payment or anything above, anything at all, directly brings down your balance, being that everything is at 0% interest, or it's an interest only payment for the traditional line of credit side of things as well. Very easy on your cash flow. And of course, everything is a monthly payment. This is not a daily or a weekly program whatsoever. And so I haven't really seen any questions come in. I know I haven't been here in a few months, but I know that we should have some new people here as well. If you do have any questions from any platform that you are on, please definitely feel free to ask. I'm monitoring some questions here behind my good old trusty water bottle. And I have a nice big screen up here in front of me. I'm waiting to see some things come through. But for any referral partners that are looking or thinking even in the slightest about speaking with anybody here at Lexington to refer your clients over, I certainly urge you to speak with one of our partner relations team members. We have a bunch of great guys and gals on the partners relationship team that can assist and answer any more intricate questions that you might have. Levy de Paz, do you finance cars? Yes, we do. We do offer equipment financing, absolutely, as well as many of our different financing products can help you either with down payments on vehicles or be able to finance the whole vehicle as well if the equipment financing route specifically doesn't happen to work out. So that is something that we can certainly assist with there, Levy, on Instagram. Thank you so much for the question. I do recommend this. We are more of a business financing company. If you do have a business, an LLC, a corporation, or just thinking about starting one, this program that we're speaking about right now does not have any time and business requirements or any revenue requirements. So if you would like us to help out with any type of financing in your life, such as a vehicle, and you like this program here specifically, definitely reach out to one of our team members. Eventually, after grabbing a credit report, you'll be speaking with me here personally, and we can go over all of the specific nuances of that purchase there. All right, so thank you very much for the question. All right. Now, not too much to go on here about. One more time, would like to reference as to how this is such a great lead optimization program, and why if you have a client that if you have a client that you do have denied within a program, or they're not liking what you have to offer, they're not liking the specific product, this program can quite literally fund anybody, any shape, size, or form, being that there are almost no requirements besides having a good credit score, good credit profile. And even to bypass that, we can use co-signers for the program as well. So you folks pay good money for your leads. You pay good money to get on the phone with your clients. You definitely want to get every last bit that you can out of it. And this is a great product to do so for you and them. Jeff, are you able to get a traditional line of credit through the use of a co-signer, not just business credit cards? That is a great question. And the short answer is yes. Yes, you can. Now, it's going to be a little bit more state specific. There are going to be certain states and regions on where we can utilize a co-signer for a traditional line of credit. We can always use a co-signer for the 0% interest business credit card side of things, and then help you pull that money off of the cards into cash into your own bank accounts. But the short answer is yes, Jeff, we can use a co-signer for the traditional line of credit. The long answer is let's make sure the credit's in good standing, and let's hop on the phone to see what geographical region you folks are in so we can come to an exact conclusion there. All right, but thank you very much. That is a great question. I have another question here on Instagram. I have a trucking company. How does past credit affect loans? Are you guys strict with good credit? Great question, the real fun in here. So we have many different programs. This program here specifically is a more credit-driven program. I would need to see you into the 680, 700 plus range. So past credit does affect this program here specifically. But we do have many other programs as well where you can be as low as a 500 credit score. If your business is bringing in some revenue every month, we're happy to take a look at what that revenue looks like, take a small look at the credit profile. But yes, we absolutely have programs for you here. The real fun, and especially for your transportation company. God bless you, man. America runs on trucking, and just thank you. Without you, we wouldn't have anything here in this room to be able to utilize. So we help loving our truckers. We love our truckers, and we can absolutely help out there. If you want to give anybody here within the company a buzz, give us a ring. Go to LexingtonCapitalHoldings.com. You'll find our phone number right there, and you can definitely inquire with us from there. Happy to help out there. So great question. Thank you very much. All right, but we are bringing things to an end. We have gone over the LEX LOC program a couple of times here in a couple of different ways. If there are any last minute questions, I will take a nice extended long sip of this water bottle right here and wait for them to come in. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining. All right, forgot I have a lot of ice in here still, so I'm going to get brain freeze. Once again, everybody, my name is Appio Fragoletti. Oh, we got one more here. Do your guys have past experience with financing trucking companies? Absolutely, we have past experience with financing trucking companies. We absolutely love our truckers. Yes, I see at least 5 trucking files come across my desk every single day. So yes, we absolutely have experience in that realm and would love to help out. All right, and thank you everybody who has joined here today. Once again, my name is Appio Fragoletti. I'm the Director of Banking Relations here within Lexington. And if you have any questions or would like to inquire about any of the programs that we do offer here at Lexington Capital Holdings, please head on over to LexingtonCapitalHoldings.com and give us a ring. Take care.